Hi, I'm Alex Franzen,
And I'm Claire Rude.
and this is Alum Ask Alum.
So Alex, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I graduated from FWCB in 2019, fall of 2019, with a bachelor's in Fisheries and Wildlife with an emphasis in fisheries. And currently I'm in graduate school at the University of Oklahoma, getting my PhD in ecology and evolutionary biology, where I study evolution and ecology of freshwater mollusks. How about you, Claire?
I graduated from the Fisheries and Wildlife program in May of 2020. I did a double major in Fisheries and Wildlife and Environmental Science, Policy and Management. My interests in college have been in aquatic ecology and fisheries ecology. I am currently working as a technician in the lab of Dr. Gretchen Hansen, working on a project that is examining the food webs of walleye in Minnesota lakes and how they respond to zebra mussel colonization.
What kind of got you interested in freshwater sciences and the like?
What really sparked my interest in aquatic ecology specifically was my first internship that I got the summer after my freshman year of college with the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. I was already in the fisheries and wildlife major, so I knew that conservation and ecology broadly were what I was interested in, but I didn't really settle on fish and freshwater ecosystems until I had this internship, which I spent the entire summer doing basically diversity surveys in streams and rivers around Minnesota for fish and aquatic invertebrates. And it was just such a great experience for me, and it really got me interested in fish and all the other things that live in our lakes and rivers. How about you?
Yeah, so I guess I kind of grew up around streams, and I grew up south of the cities in Hastings, so the Mississippi River and kind of the St. Croix River meet just east of there. So it's considered a river town, and the river's a big part of the culture there. And so kind of early on, I was very interested in rivers. And then what really got me sparked as far as wanting to pursue that as a career was when I was in high school. My biology teacher, he teaches a course that's more field-based. So we do river macroinvertebrate surveys and kind of a whole gamut of introductory natural resources management. And so taking that class really encouraged me to really go with that route. So Claire, what activities or clubs would you say were you involved in that you really enjoyed or had an impact?
I would say one of the most important activities / clubs that I did. You mentioned earlier Fisheries and Wildlife Club, which is the official club for our major and is advised by the exceptionally wonderful Mark Covey. And I was involved with that sophomore, junior, and senior years. It's been really great, and it helped me a lot throughout my time in Fisheries and Wildlife. I got to participate in a lot of fun activities that I might not normally have. I got to go on a trip up north to hawk banding, which I would never have done otherwise. And I also spent a week up in the Superior National Forest tracking lynx with the U.S. Forest Service, which again, I'm a fish person. I never would have done these things otherwise, but it was super rewarding. So we're both pretty much, I would say, interested in more research type careers. But obviously that's definitely not the only type of career you can pursue as a graduate of the Fisheries and Wildlife program here. So how would you say that the Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology program prepares students to pursue non-research type careers.
Just the renown of the institution, the network of professionals, and just like the resources of the department and the curriculum. Like, it's a fairly rigorous curriculum, so it sets you up to succeed in these positions, and also, you know, maintains that renown of like, okay, if I hire this person from the U of M, like, I'm probably going to get somebody that build off of skills that they've already developed and really be successful in a position. What advice would you give to either an incoming student or a junior or senior level student?
For me, like, giving advice to someone who's like interested in more the research side of things, I would say like try and like do anything you can to get involved with like any kind of research when you're an undergraduate, like either like through the like UROP program that we have, or just like get a position as a research technician in a lab of one of the professors in the department. But yeah, get involved, get to know your professors, and find someone who you would really be interested in working with, and you can just like reach out to them and see if they're hiring for undergraduates or if they'd be interested in supervising you on your own like independent research project. But I would say for sure that's the number one most important thing.
Could you maybe highlight like a particular faculty member that was very helpful in kind of mentoring you through your undergraduate career?
I would say Dr. Andrew Simons, who is the professor of the ichthyology course and also the head of the lab that we both worked in for our last portion of our undergraduate careers. He is also the curator for the fish collection in the Bell Museum, and he is just such a great person, so patient and so kind, and just really puts in the effort to make sure that he is a great mentor to undergraduate students and graduate students, and just has been a really wonderful person to be able to work for.
I mentioned Mark Covey earlier, and I'll just kind of give you a little more about Mark as far as like what I really like about how Mark runs his research program and everything is that he really cares about undergraduate students, particularly incoming undergraduates or like freshman, sophomore level undergraduates, because he really wants to identify students that he thinks that have a lot of potential for research and kind of provide them an opportunity to really grow and take it to that next level.
Overall, what would you say the influence has been from the Fisheries and Wildlife program on your professional life and personal growth?
It's been very, very critical to my growth as a person and a professional. Like, everything we talked about this whole time, it's been, you know, I would attribute almost everything that I've built up to this point to the U of M and the department in particular. It's just such a fantastic department, fantastic program that it's very much worth attending this program and enrolling in the program. So would you agree with that, Claire?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. My personal experience with it, so I applied to the U, came here, but I hadn't really ever considered fisheries and wildlife as a career option until probably midway through my freshman year. And then I transferred into the major, and honestly, it was maybe the best decision I've ever made. I'm so glad. I've always been passionate about wildlife and the environment and conservation, but I don't know if I just like didn't really realize that it was a career option, or if I didn't consider it because it wasn't like lucrative or what, but finding like being able to like pursue my passion and do something that I really love and have a job that I enjoy and am passionate about is incredible. It's so great. I would recommend this to anyone who is passionate about wildlife and the environment. Being able to do something you love is just the best thing in the world.